A conservation company has struck oil in Queenstown and it's all above ground. Their battle against wilding pines has unearthed value in what was considered a worthless pest.
And now it's fueling the regeneration of native forests. Here's Mike Thorpe.
The Wakatipu Basin is home to breathtaking panoramas, snow-capped mountains living in cloudless skies, and where an uninvited guest refuses to budge.
A wilding tree is the right tree in the wrong place. In the case of wilding pines, they take a great amount of water from the soil. They're invasive from the point of view of the birds don't eat the cones of the seeds. There's nothing to stop their spread.
Is there anything good about the wilding pine?
Well, we've made a business out of it.
A golden glow of pretty green.
What our story was to find a way to remove those pines and fund it. It's still a green living tree. There must be a value. So we looked at oil.
First up, cut them down.
We then take the needle-rich branches. They get chipped into our trailers. That trailer is then delivered to the distillation site here. The process is the steam rises up through the bottom of the trailer, capturing all the essential oil.
After that, the oil and water go their separate ways.
The oil is lighter than water, so it rises to the top, and then we can decant that off.
From there it's shipped to the States, and from the States to the world.
They use it as a pure essential oil in a 5ml bottle, and also it's used in soaps and care products and so forth as a fragrance.
This Wilding Douglas would be about a 5ml bottle of oil.
A Christmas tree in a bottle. But this is a gift that keeps on giving.
I've always been interested in the concept of circular economies.
And I think everyone wants to have no footprint. And that's the way to do it here, is to clear these and replace that with the plant that should be there.
The pine chip that yielded the oil is mixed with community food scraps that would otherwise just go to landfill.
Actually, someone's dropping off some food waste now by the looks of it.
The result is a rich compost and fuel for natives.
We're putting it into end-of-use wood pellets from the transport industry, and then we plant native trees into those pellets. This gets planted on top of the grass. You don't have to do any digging, and then that becomes the second stage of composting for the roots to go down through the spaces in the pellet into the ground.
The untreated pellets just rot away.
This is like basically a modulated or prefabricated way to, say, plant out cycle trails or along roadside reserves.
So now that we can go circular through our waste to wilderness, we have a complete circle back to the right tree in the right place.
Started as a wilding pine and ended up as a lovely collection of natives, tree for a tree.
A welcome end for an unwelcome weed.
Douglas fir is a predominant wilding species in this basin. But if you go a little bit north, it becomes contorta. It could be broom, it could be gorse. And if there's a value for those trees,
then it funds its own eradication, from ecology to economy, and back again.
Already all eyes of the world are on New Zealand. So if we come back with a very positive ecological message, our tourism may shift, but the draw of New Zealand will remain, and the wild spaces is what we have.
And amazing to think that we actually introduced the wilding pines back in the 1950s to stop erosion, but isn't it great? What a fantastic solution.
Not really.